And this is What the Show.
On
We're giving
Pornhub
thanks.
TV.
Yes. And I don't know what to tell you, bud. We're just shooting funerals and showing you ones where the bodies fall out. I am AJ Lancaster. It's Thanksgiving week. It's Wednesday night. So if you're not at a bar right now celebrating, as we do in small towns when everybody comes home, or if you're not watching other select programming on Call to Action. Oh, we just went from 4 viewers to 1 as soon as I said that. Yes.
Yes. Either one of us have
we did it. Mike, we did it. If you're in the chat, tell me your name. Is it one of us?
I'm actually on it. It's not me this time. So who's here? Who's watching us? Who's the sucker who's watching the two of us right now? So tonight, this is a little weird to start the show. Unfortunately, tonight, Juice had another commitment, and your work just killed Bethany. So she's taking the night off. It's the original What the Show right now. And if it was this show for the past, 54 or 55 weeks, this would still not be going.
We would still have one viewer. Oh, maybe. It's zero. It's maybe zero.
It's zero.
And I'm watching. We did it.
Watching.
Nobody did it.
Yes. Yes. All right. So, tonight we have no format. We're going with it. Whatever happens tonight happens. We do have a special guest who's going to be joining us later. He had a little bit of a delivery mishap with his dinner, so he's catching up on that. But as soon as he's done with that, we will be bringing in Mr. Sean Wingblade. What's up, Eddie?
Haskell. It's our viewer.
We have a viewer.
Cheers to Eddie. Ed Haskell. We love you, man. We absolutely love you.
It's a rough night today for everybody. Like you said, it's the night before the holiday. One of the busiest travel days of the entire year. I think it is the busiest bar night of the year, if I'm not mistaken. So, we get it. If you're watching this on the replay, sup.
Do you want to party with us?
Do you want to party with us? But
our dicks is so big you can see them out of space.
But the more important question, I think, is, do you think that a hero can save us?
Not gonna stand here and wait.
Oh, man. If he does not show up in that movie, I am going to be so furious. So, there's been more and more. We talked about Spider-Man last week, and we brought up all of our theories, and now I'm just curious. How is this all going to tie in?
Well, and
Nickelback video.
So, did you hear my theory on the Nickelback video? Did I mention that one?
I believe you did.
Okay, yeah, because No Way Home takes place in the music video universe. That's where it's originally. They're going to de-age Chad Kroger and Josie Scott.
Is Josie Scott even in a band right now? I don't think he is. As far as I'm aware, Saliva is going on without Josie Scott. So, this might be the only thing he has going for him.
Well, and here's the weirdest thing. I had this. It's a little known Mandela effect moment, and I didn't know that other people had this too. I thought that Josie Scott was the lead singer of Theory of a Dead Man. But he was the lead singer of Saliva the entire time.
Right.
And it wasn't until post 2016 that I found out. And I still think I'm in a multiverse, and I think maybe they could do some Mandela effect stuff in the Marvel universe. We could have some fun with that.
Didn't Saliva though, they had a hit way before Theory of a Dead Man did.
Yeah.
Was Theory of a Dead Man a thing when Spider-Man came out? I don't think they were.
No, but 12 Stones wasn't a thing when fucking the Evanescence song came out with that guy.
Oh, well,
Wake Me Up Inside for the Daredevil soundtrack. Yep. Yeah, 12 Stones was not a thing.
And then they did a tour with Evanescence, and then they were never heard of again.
They stayed a B-list Christian rock band for many years.
That's
I've seen them in concert.
You're being generous.
Like no, B-list Christian rock.
You're still being generous.
Like they carry gear for Emery. And oh, hey, we have a Sean Wingblade in the chat. Wingblade must be a fake name. I think he's probably a Gundam fan. How's it going,
There's
Sean?
no way that's a real name.
New to the channel, new to the channel, Sean Wingblade. Be sure to subscribe.
So AJ, you watched any movies this week?
So we need to start this this new edition of Did This Movie Make AJ Cry More Than the Damn Pig Movie? And that's going to go through Oscar season. Tonight's segment for that is going to be King Richard. King Richard, you saw King Richard as well, right?
Yes, I did. I did watch King Richard.
So we're going to do the initial verdict. No, it did not make me cry as much as the Pig movie.
No, well, it's going to take a lot to make something hit you that hard. There are other movies that you have not seen that I think might, but right now, like King Richard, yes, like there are definitely a few moments in that movie that would be somewhat, would somewhat bring up tears a little bit, but
yeah,
I think as a whole, it's more of a celebration, and like, there is the moment at the end, where they have their Rudy moment, but it does not hit you the way that Rudy did. I mean, that's the only way I can really describe it without really spoiling anything.
Well, it's the Rudy moment, but also like you can look it up historically. It's also that moment at the end of Tin Cup where it keeps on hitting it into the water. It's kind of that movie too, but it's through the eyes of a 14-year-old girl who's taking on a
number one player in the world. Yeah.
But like you can look this up historically. So spoilers for history. Recent history at that. I think this is. I thought so many times about what this movie would mean to young Black girls, and that kind of made me tear up. But Will Smith gives, I think, his best performance since Ali. It's really good. Still not going to touch Nick Cage for me.
Yeah, I'm on page with you. I think Will Smith will get like more recognition, like more. This is kind of like his victory lap kind of movie. It seems like, but it's interesting to watch because obviously you know what's going to happen. And I read more into the story before I read it. Watched the movie, and they could have went in other directions too, but that could have made the movie maybe hit a little bit harder. But the one thing, like speaking of hit harder, like I actually went, I believe it was in 97 or 98. I went to the US Open the year that Venus first year she played in the US Open, and I saw her play, and I never saw a female tennis player hit even remotely as hard as her. And what's funny was like she played back to back. It was her. Andre Agassi actually played in the match after her it was at the U.S. Open, and just watching the men and then watching her right before that, and just like it was astounding watching her. She was probably I'm gonna guess at that point like 15 or 16, and just absolutely astounding watching her and seeing the movie play out. And you got to give a ton of credit to both the actresses who played her for just nailing the tennis.
Yeah, well, and like if it was one or the other with the emotionality and the physicality of those roles,
right?
It's both.
Now, speaking of emotionality and physicality,
these are
our
facts.
guest has arrived, and the emotional and the physical, Mr. Sean Wingblade.
I don't know how to interpret physicality on screen other than like breaking something.
You can do like both, both at the same time if you're wearing a tank top and you say family.
That's true. That's true. Always family.
Yes.
How you guys doing tonight?
Too bad. How you doing?
I'm my throat's full of food. Because that's why I was late. Because we ordered dinner at like 6 o'clock and it took legit 90 minutes to get here. I'm like, oh, okay, they're a little busy the night before Thanksgiving. So I was hoping to have a few extra minutes to eat. So I apologize.
No, you're good. No worries. No worries. Like we're going against Mark Hanafik and Chandra Dhanapani right now, so it's no big deal.
Could we though? Like, you think we can get that link?
See if we can just hop into the stream somehow.
We should actually like live react to it. Let's like pull up their stream and like live react to their stream.
Look, I have OBS. I can screen cap our show and start a virtual camera, and then we can hop into their stream. So the three of us will be on one tiny little box. I can make we can make this work. Jake, send the link. Let's go.
Jake, if you're listening to this, do it.
If you're multitasking very well right now and you happen to be listening to our stream while you're running your show, send the link. We can do this. We can make this happen.
Oh man.
Oh god.
So I do have to mention, like, based on this, Jake has the idea in his head that they're gonna do their finals live in LA at our house. I'm like, that is not going to work. There is going to be way too much going on there for that to ever possibly come out well.
Jake, I love you, but who's checking the bag with all of that equipment?
Right.
Like,
well, I guess
there's enough people there that I'm sure they could.
Yeah.
Somebody local can bring something, but still, it's like we have 10 bedrooms in our place, and I think there's 15 people. So that plus the people coming in to fill, like, it's just way too many people going to be too much going on there that would work. I love you.
Okay, here's the pitch. Yeah. They fucking break into the AfterBuzz studio. It goes down like a straight up heist film.
Go in, get all the road equipment. Just take it all. Let's go.
No. They film it there and then leave.
Oh, okay. So they wait there for the cops to arrive.
It's at the listen. It's holiday season. Police response time in Los Angeles, not that big a deal.
Wow.
No one will know. No one will know.
No one will.
It's fine.
Ever know.
Jake pitches the idea to Ben. Ben probably texts Kevin Undergaro and he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you a key. Just make him think you picked the lock.
So here's the other thing too. AJ knows this now, but if anybody who's ever been on like a vacation for any kind of thing with Jake knows that, like, by about noon or 1 o'clock, he'll be at least 10 Bud Lights deep.
Oh no, it's not that. 10 is like 4 or 5 o'clock. I mean, granted, I'm usually like 6 when he's 10, but 6 out of 10. That's a good way to rate my. I'm a 6 out of 10 on the Yakumeta scale.
On the Yakumeta scale, as far as drunkenness.
Yes. Sometimes I go to 12 though.
I mean, Yakumeta in Atlanta he tricked us all to go to the aquarium so he could sit on the patio by himself all day, smoke cigarettes, and drink Bud Light while everybody was out of the house.
Okay, it kind of sounds like me though.
Have you guys ever had alcohol poisoning?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not hospitalized.
Yeah.
No, okay. Yeah, I've never been hospitalized. I'm just assuming I was alcohol poisoned. I'm multitasking horribly. I'm trying to buy a ticket for something because I heard that they were available. Sorry. I was gonna buy tickets for Disneyland the Friday we're gonna be in LA, and then it was full, and then I just got told, oh, it's back open. So I'm trying to buy it before it goes away again. So I was in Seattle.
Someone might be there that day.
Yeah. Apparently a lot of people are going to be there that day. I was in Seattle for a work trivia competition, and you come in a few days early, you enjoy the events. The event itself is one day, but there's a week full of like work meetings and dinners to go to and stuff like that. And I tagged along with one of the big wigs in the company who had the black card. He's sliding his card all night long. Let's go. Let's head off to the. And everyone else went on the bus back to the hotel, and I'm like, I'm going to follow that guy. So we went bar hopping, and I was like, I'm going to try to keep up. Like I'm just along for the ride, having fun, and that was a bad idea. Because I was for sure with the guy who gets. Cat just scared the shit out of me. I was for sure with the guy who gets the drunkest out of like any of my group of friends. And I was like, yeah, I can keep up. And I was just chugging like random shit that, like going from one type of liquor to another, to a beer, to a mixed drink. And I wake up and I was fine enough that night, but I wake up like 2 a.m. just throwing. I was throwing up from like 2 to probably 9 o'clock that night, just on repeat. And it was horrible. And they had scheduled this really fun event for everyone. Which was going on like a cruise, like on like a big boat through the Seattle Sounds. So going through all the levees, like they raise the water and you go down, so you're going through all the channels. And so I was playing it off like I was like seasick. I was like, yeah, I'm just motion sick. All these managers who are way above my pay scale. I'm like, yeah, the water just doesn't agree with me. And so we spent 4 or 5 hours on this fucking boat, and I was just throwing up the whole time. I'm like, yeah, it's definitely the water. I just really need to go back to the hotel. I got played it off. I don't know.
That's a bit ridiculous.
I didn't lose my job, so
I think that's the most important part right there.
Yeah.
Guys, real quick, we haven't plugged the Streamlabs tonight, and we just got a donation about 10 minutes ago.
Thank you, whoever that was.
By the way, guys, donations for the month of November, they're going to my mom, actually, and helping her medical expenses after the surgery that she had last month. So this means a lot. A lot. Haskell 420 donated $100.
Oh boy,
Daddy,
nice.
Thank you.
Hey gang.
I don't have a beer, but cheers.
Well, AJ and Mike, and now Sean. Happiest of Thanksgiving to both of you. Well, all of us. Justin and your family. AJ, you helped me in a great time of need, and I want to return the generosity. Love to you and your mom. Positive thoughts and prayers and healing.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you so much,
bud.
Ed, man, you salute. More than the pig movie. More than the pig movie.
Well, yeah, Ed, we'll definitely. I'll make sure I know you're saying make sure we take lots of pictures and stuff. We'll keep you posted what's going on next weekend. So
somebody get this man a drink.
Yeah, that won't take much, but yeah. So, speaking of Streamlabs, we have to figure this out. I know we'll have our. We're gonna have at least one stream between now and the time everybody leaves, but I want to do one night that we know that everyone's watching. We have to figure out what night we're gonna do this. I said I was gonna do this. I'm gonna hold up to it. At some point, whether we do a watch along with Drunk Review or just a regular stream, we're gonna do a night where all Streamlabs donations, whether any amount, like $1, $2, whatever, any amount is gonna get to predict something. And the person who is closest to the prediction, I'm going to get something from the spectacular weekend and give it as a prize or something. But we're going to play a game with this, and it's going to be predict Jake's bar tab the night it's spectacular. And whoever gets closest to the pin will win something. So that we have to do that.
Price is Right rules? Are we doing without going over?
Yeah, without going over.
Okay. Well, I hate the Price is Right rules personally. I just hate that because you can be one penny over.
We'll do closest to the pin, but if it's like a tie, we'll go with the under.
Okay.
If it's a tie, we're going down to the cent.
Yeah, we'll go down to the cent. Yeah.
What if there's a tie? That would be hilarious.
Oh. Shit.
I want to do that for a
guys. I'll be
while.
right back. I'm gonna be
I
right
completely
back.
forgot about it for a while, and just like it's so perfect, and we've got so many people there. I'm like, I don't know, we'll grab something and get a bunch of people to sign it or something, and we can send it to something a little stupid and cheesy, but it would be a lot of fun. And I mean, I've seen I've hung out with Jake on a number of times now, and I've seen what his bar tabs can get to. So it's
I have not yet had the opportunity, so I can't wait to run up Jake's bar tab.
The worst though is that he gets stuck paying other people's tabs. Like if it's his own tab, I don't care. So this is a true story. We were in for the Brooklyn #2 event. Bethany and I got there a little bit later. Like they had the Ellis event, but our flight got in like during his set, so we had to just meet everybody at the after party. And Jake literally at one point, we walk in there and everybody sees us. They're all running up and saying hi and stuff. And Jake just grabs me. He's like, "I want you to go to the bar, and I want you to go order 50 clean pours of Jameson, and just tell them it's on my tab." And I'm like, "Okay." And literally, so I go to the bar, and of course they place panics because they usually don't do shots. And we came up with this clean pour thing, and
is that what a clean pour is? Is it a shot of some kind?
Basically, it's in a bigger glass. It's just like a neat pour. And
okay.
So then all of a sudden the bartender and the server come out and they both have a tray of shots. And Andrew Guy stands up and toasts me, not Jake, because I'm the one who I was like, it's not me, it's Jake. But I thought it was just fucking hilarious because he saw me walk up and order them.
You took credit, you son of a bitch.
I didn't even want to. It just happened.
What did you take credit for?
Everything Jake has ever accomplished.
Jake sent me to the bar to order the round of shots on his tab, and when they came out, Andrew Guy saluted me in front of everybody and not Jake. So.
Nice. Oh, okay. So you're still trying to get tickets, Sean, or? I
literally just hit click. I just paid for it, so no, we're good to go. Going to Disneyland on Friday. Monday's still closed. I was supposed to go to Monday originally, was the original plan, but this is my own fault for procrastinating, like as I do with everything in life. Is I checked like a month ago, and I was like, oh, I could go tomorrow if I wanted to. The entire rest of the year is clear. I was like, I'll wait until I had some cash, paychecks and whatnot. And I went to go do it yesterday morning. And I was like, cool, we're about 10 days away. Let me make sure I buy these. And it's booked until like the 15th of December. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I waited too long. I guess I'm not doing anything that week. I'm just going to sit at home while everyone else is going to have fun. So, but then, yeah, I got the text. It's like, hey, it's back open. So cool. I'll go do it. And now I'm good. So at least on Friday, I'll go. There's just nothing available Monday. So
which part are you going to
Friday? Monday, what?
Which park are you going to on Friday?
Start at California.
Okay, we're doing one park a day. We'll be at Land on Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll switch over at 1:00. I'll be there with Maxwell and Amber, and I believe the Cinefanatics. So the Adams brothers.
Oh, we got some more people joining.
I wasn't told.
We have Joey Boros here. We got Flickin' Real. We have Jesse Swift. Jesse. Homie, it's good to see you, my man.
Speaking of Jesse, plug later, about an hour from now, 9:00 Pacific time. Yep. On the Flick and Reel channel, we're doing our Hawkeye review. So come join us with Allison Salamoni.
I actually just watched. I finished episode 2 like maybe an hour before we went on the air. Yeah. So yeah, I watched them both now.
I watched them both for the second time about an hour.
All right. So you've got Jesse, you've got Allison. That is literally the Adventure Time My 3 Favorite People DVD. Like that is way better than the show. If you need to take a nap before you watch a different stream, go watch that stream. I haven't seen Hawkeye yet, but I don't care about spoilers.
I need to take a nap before I do the stream.
They're just playing out what's going to happen basically with these 2 episodes, essentially. No spoilers.
They're pretty much setting up.
It's all
who may or may not be the big bad for the show, but I have no idea what happened at the end. So I don't know.
Guys, if this entire stream is about hot guys, I can jump on. And talk about Antonio Banderas and Desperado for hours.
The answer is Ryan Reynolds in everything he does.
Paul Giamatti. It's always Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti as Arnie Blonstone in John Dies at the End, where he convincingly plays an African-American male for an entire film.
Have we had Paul, Ryan, and Antonio in one movie together? That's the question.
I don't think so.
No. They won't let that happen.
Was Antonio the bad guy in the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard? The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard?
I actually did not see that, so I don't know that answer.
I only saw the second one. I never saw the first movie.
It was the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, and I hope that they do the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife for the third one.
That'd be fun.
I've not seen it yet, but
the bodyguard's bodyguard, the hitman's
hitman's wife,
the hitman's bodyguard's bodyguard will be the.
They just keep on like shuffling words, dude.
And his wife.
Yes.
If you didn't see that movie, his father pops in, and it's a surprise. It was a surprise to everyone that was in the theater.
Well, spoilers. I don't.
Spoilers would be telling you who played his father.
Michael Caine.
Well, it's Ryan Reynolds, and his father was played by, spoiler alert, if anyone's going to watch this movie, Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not joking. I'm not even kidding.
That is amazing. I've not seen either of these movies.
That is brilliant casting.
Didn't see the first one, and I told the wife, I was like, "Hey, let's watch the first." It was on cable, and I was like, "Let's watch the
wife
one.
or the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife?"
My wife. I was like, "Let's watch the first one. We'll go see the second one like tomorrow night." She's like, "Yeah, we don't have really time. Let's just go see the second one." So I was like, "Let's watch the trailer." We watched a 3-minute trailer. We're like, "We got it. We figured it out. We're good. It worked."
Yeah, this week was like overwhelming with everything that dropped. Like there's a bunch of movies that just dropped. We got Hawkeye like yesterday. For me, one of the big things for me was Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 2 dropped. So I had to start. It just dropped yesterday, so it's on now.
Why the fuck am I talking to you people?
Yeah, I know. There's 5 new episodes. I watched the first one so far. But I won't give anything away. But yeah, it picks up quickly. I'll put it that way.
Sorry, I had to spot check Halloween candy to make sure the kid could eat it. So we never went through their Halloween candy. We just have it in a big bag. We're like, hey, if you want a piece, bring it to me. Let me check it for holes.
No Nickelback tickets in that candy.
Nah, not this time.
Let me see if this is Skittles or if it's Shatter. If it's Shatter, that's for Daddy.
Put this on the top. Just toss it on top of the fridge. I'll get it later.
Oh, but yeah, I did not. What the fuck, Netflix?
Yeah.
What the?
I didn't know. I actually didn't like. Netflix didn't really promote it that much. I actually saw it on Kevin Smith's Facebook page. He put a big post about it. That's how I realized it was on.
I follow both Kevin and Griffin on Twitter, and like I had no idea.
I saw that earlier. I saw like was it a GIF? I don't know. It was a short video, and I was like, "Oh, cool." The second, I never even watched the first half. It was right in the midst of study season because of the ESL, and I was just like, "I don't have time for anything else. I'm not watching anything. Just watching movies." So I need to go back and watch it now that it dropped. Finish the whole.
You can see the whole thing now.
Yeah.
So yeah, Haskell's he binged it yesterday. Like the themes, like I just like Kevin Smith spoiled. You know, we're getting Orko back, we're getting Adam back, and like I want to see Orko. It's my boy. Oh,
I actually was in Target yesterday, and I was looking to see because they have like a new line of toys for them. I'm like, do they have an Orko? I'm like, fuck, I'll bring it with me to LA and get Griffey to sign it. But they didn't have any Orko.
Was Griffin's character, right?
Yeah.
Right. Which one was Paul Giamatti?
Paul Giamatti not yet cast in the series yet.
Paul Giamatti not in the series yet.
Who should he play? He would have been a good Ram Man. I know Ram Man's already been cast, but he would have been a good Ram Man.
He knows how to play the Rhino. He plays the shit out of the rhino.
Now, what I've been binging through, I've been working through Cowboy Bebop, and now I'm just thinking about how like Paul Giamatti would be perfect for that aesthetic. Like, have you guys seen? Well, Mike, you haven't.
I haven't yet. I said there's
Have you
so much
seen
that came out. I'm like, I just
an
don't
episode of the
know.
live action yet, Sean? Or
I
on your
haven't.
radar?
I never got into the original at all, and I haven't watched any of the live action either. It looked interesting. It's just not something that ever grabbed my attention, like growing up, the anime. So no, but I'm trying to think of Giamatti could play some weird characters for sure. He could definitely fit into that world, like the kooky kind of like stylized type of filmmaking type of world. He could definitely fit.
So I don't ever shut up about John dies at the end. Are you familiar with the film?
Just from you, and I have not done any research, so no.
Do you? I keep on talking about how he plays a black man in this movie.
Andy. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
do we just go ahead and do the spoilers for John dies at the end?
John dies.
No. So the main character, David, he's talking to this reporter trying to tell this insane acid trip of a story. This movie is lysergic acid diethylamide, the horror comedy. And part of the thing is like, if you're seeing a ghost of somebody, it's how you imagined them in your head when you hear about them, right? So, like, the main character had been talking to this reporter on the phone and imagined him as a white guy, and he saw like a crumply white Paul Giamatti dude in his head. So that's what he saw when he was talking to the ghost, right? And it was actually the ghost of a black guy. And you find out because Paul Giamatti's like, I got trampled down at this riot, and the cop said, sit down. And he actually says the full words, like, the dude's just like, why would he call you the N-word? Just laughing. And then he realizes he's a ghost. It's brilliant. It's the way they do it, though. It's on the level of the Sixth Sense twist. And especially like the part where it's, and whenever you rewatch the movie, you see different stuff. Like at one point, he's like, I never knew my real dad. Are you my dad? And Arnie's like, starts laughing and says no. So Arnie to himself is a black man when he hears that line, but you see him as Paul Giamatti. It's some brilliant shit.
It's like Quantum Leap, essentially.
Quantum Leap.
It's a little Quantum Leap like. It's a little if you're watching this and you want to go see Coy Jandreau and I try to make sense of this movie for an hour, it's a good time.
You know what?
It's a great time.
While we're talking, I'm gonna see if I can look up the trailer. Do they play it straight?
This movie it's played straight the entire time.
Is it a comedy though? And they're just playing it straight?
There's light comedic elements, but there's like horror comedy to it. It's just seeing the pictures on Google. Clancy Brown is at his most Clancy Brown. Doug Jones is at his most. It's the most Doug Jones that Doug Jones has ever been. I was talking about this movie with Coy, and he's like, I was like, this is the most Doug Jones has ever been. And he's like, dude, have you talked to Doug? I was like, no, because the Shape of Water junket didn't go through Omaha, Nebraska. He's like, but you're right.
Who's this main guy? What's his name? What did I know?
He never got famous.
He just looks familiar. He was in some show.
He's got a Devon Sawa 90s face a little bit.
Yeah.
But
almost like Jerry O'Connell, like that vibe. I don't know.
The Jerry O'Connell looking guy is John, who's like a tertiary character in the film.
Yeah, Rob Mays.
Yeah. But I've seen this movie like 7 times this year.
Oh, of course. He was in Mistress. I don't know that. I think the wife used to watch that one. Oh, he was in Deep Blue Sea 2.
Yes.
A legendary movie.
I needed
He's
to
in
see
Thor Ragnarok as Asgardian man. He definitely put that on his own IMDb.
I'm pretty certain. Yeah, that sounds like
I don't
it.
think anyone picked him out of a crowd.
I could put myself as like, background character, like as the Guardian Man. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Well, and there are people that have only ever been on the Schmodown who have an IMDb page now that has the Schmodown. So it makes me wonder.
Everything is like as themselves, or everyone's character. They're like as the boss, as the outlaw, as the crusher. Like it just has their character name.
Well, I'm just wondering if you can have an IMDb credit for anything, and if you can, I won't start it for myself. I'm not looking into it, but if somebody loves me so much to try to create a What the Show IMDb page,
that'd be very hard to track.
You know what? Screw it. I might try it. I might do it.
We have like 2 episodes that have been pulled off the air. So
I got nothing
so far.
from the trailer, by the way. I have no idea what's happening. It looks like Clancy Brown is in the Matrix. I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. Let's go.
You're looking for the John Dies at the end trailer?
I just watched it. That's
Oh,
what I was
okay.
watching. But I saw Clancy Brown like turns and shoots a guy and shoves the gun back into his jacket.
Yeah. Dude, and then Doug Jones has one of my favorite quotes in a movie. He's talking about he's saying a bunch of hippie bullshit like, have you ever noticed that when you hear a word for the first time, you'll hear it again in the next 24 hours? I once witnessed a man who masturbated until he bled. Did he do that because he enjoyed it? And you, when you're alone. And that's when the dude pulls over the car. Puts a gun up to his head and just said, have you ever heard the phrase, I want to shoot you so bad my dick is hard? No? Maybe you'll hear it again in the next 24 hours. It's like, it's that level of dialogue that's just, it's pulpy and crazy.
That sounds like an AJ movie.
Yes, it absolutely is. It's also a Lego movie. If you guys know Lego, she's also a huge fan of the books, which I need to read. We love you, Lego, but it's some crazy heady shit. Oh no, watermelon sugar. Hi.
Watermelon sugar.
I don't think I watched any like weird movies as a kid. Like,
this came out like 5 years ago.
Right. I just mean like in. Okay, that's different. You're right. You watched this as an adult, obviously.
Yes. Okay, weird movies as a kid.
I saw movies way too young that I shouldn't have. Like I saw Candyman when I was like 5. It scarred me forever.
Nice.
Fuck that. I think I saw. Was it Night of the Living Dead? Was it just Night? It might have been just Night of the Living Dead. I don't know the sequel tier. It was a boyfriend girlfriend. They get in a motorcycle wreck. She dies. He's trying to keep her alive.
Black and white.
Third one?
No, it was colored.
Okay.
I think it was the mom from the OC. From a memory.
Wait, no, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. It might have been like 3, number 3.
I want to say that sounds like 3 to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I saw that like way too young. Like I was probably like 6 years old or something. Like, why would I be watching that movie? Definitely a lot of nudity, a lot of cussing, a lot of killing and eating brains.
That is fantastic for 6.
But, I was 6. Why not?
And now you'll be well adjusted for the rest of your life. I'm all for it. I mean, why not? Let's talk about that. That could be one hell of a fun stream. Movies that should be remade as Lego movies. There we go.
Oh.
That's a stream that we need to make.
So Gore Vidal's Caligula.
Oh,
We're not doing this tonight. We're not doing it. We're not. We're not doing the film that a former possible future president prospect ended up making after he ruined his political career and had financed by a hustler. That's a whole. That's its own separate topic.
I found it. It's her number 2 credit on IMDb. Return of the Living Dead, 1993. Return of the Living Dead 3.
oh, so that's like probably the 4th one.
I guess so.
So
Unless
Return of the Living Dead was done by somebody other than Romero, who had the Living Dead, the Night of the Living Dead rights. I can't remember who it was.
Brian Usna.
Sounds maybe right. Are you an executive producer though? Are you? I mean, you don't do much for us, so I guess so.
We could put him down for like janitorial staff.
Does he have a blue wrench by his name? That's the question.
Ooh, could we get footage of like him doing the Carol Burnett thing and like mopping the stage afterwards, and like do that at the end of each? Do you think Christian Harloff would let him mop the stage at the Globe if we asked very nicely?
Older Cooper Robin.
Who would be the
just so you can get a setting to record.
Okay. Yes. This is what Jeff. Okay. Well, how dare you actually know things about movies? Thank you, Jeff.
Shut up, Jeff.
Oh, Matt Thompson in the chat too. We're seeing all the awesome people out here tonight. But
I can't wait to see you next week, Jeff.
Everybody.
Not Jeff.
When are you guys coming into town?
I'm not.
We get in Thursday night.
Oh,
everybody's gonna be there. Everybody's gonna be there. When are you coming in, AJ? Fuck you. I work retail.
not everyone. There's some people who don't.
Some people who don't like fun or get to have it. Which reminds me, I was going to actually say when you were booking Disney, in case you weren't getting in, I was going to say, hey, it's cool, man. Like, people say that Disney's the happiest place on earth, but for me, it was Universal. So, whatever. And I've actually said that.
It was Halloween.
I mean, it is Halloween Horror Nights, but there's still stuff like Spider-Man. I could go and do Spider-Man right now. I could jump on the Spider-Man ride and do it 3 times in a day if I knew that that's what I loved.
In Orlando.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get a chance to do which one? I think I had to skip out on the Hulk ride.
Mm-hmm.
I don't roller coaster, so
yeah.
I
don't roller coaster that I can't fit on. That's my problem.
See, I'm a heavy dude, but I got on. I did the that
you did the
fucking
Mummy, right?
Hagrid.
Oh yeah, you did Hagrid. Yeah.
You motherfucker. So we haven't told this story on stream.
This one has never been told. Yeah.
So it's Chance. It's Chance, Mike, and I. Jeff was in line with us, but had to dip. We get to the roller coaster, and I was not going to do it because I know what roller coasters do to me. I'm not good at them. They terrify me. I scream, and so I'm just like, fuck it. It's the Harry Potter roller coaster. I'll be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not great at roller coasters, do not do Hagrid's.
How bad could it be?
It's. I swear to God, it was the worst.
Is
Mike heard
Hagrid's,
me screaming the entire damn time.
do they
Mike? What's up?
Do they have the Flight of the Hippogriff? Is that the same in Orlando as Hagrid, or is that a completely different ride?
No, they're two different rides. They're both in Orlando.
Okay, because they only have the two rides in Hollywood.
Right, in Hollywood. Yeah.
Okay.
You start off going like a little bit fast and then go very, very fast. Like this is not. Well, I say it's not a kid's ride, but in the cars ahead of us, we had a mom about our age and her 8-year-old son. And the mom's like, "Hey, have you guys been on this one before?" And Mike's like, "Yeah." It's like, "I'm not a roller coaster guy. I'm not from here. Please, I'm scared." And we go through this entire thing, and you get to the point where like it feels like you're about to go up over a hill, and it's like you're like, "Oh shit, we're gonna go backwards." We're going backwards, and I just am screaming, no, this entire ride, right? So I am having an episode getting off of this ride, and the mom and the kid do a little fist bump afterwards. It's the kid's first time on the ride too, right? And I am the biggest wuss. The kid fucking loved it. To this point, Mike and I never spoke about that moment again. I'm pretty sure that he didn't want to embarrass me. I'm pretty sure that kid talked about me in his 3rd grade classroom the next week.
The kid's like, "Let's go again. Why is that man crying?"
Well,
yes.
There's also other groups of like teenagers that probably are still talking about Chance going through the haunted houses at Halloween Horror Nights. So
yeah.
I try to throw hands.
No. Okay, I'm not allowed to tell the story about Chance because he got mad when I told somebody in person, one other person, so I'm not going to do it here.
What was it like, Makuga-esque, like yelling and screaming?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you the discrepancy.
That time.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the discrepancy. So we're going through a house, and like Chance is a reactor. I'm the kind of person that's like, "Dude, you killed it." I throw up the horns, and I'm like, "Yeah, fucking go." And he reacts. And he'd been having a ball. He still enjoys these things. I don't think he's truly terrified, but I think he reacts and he's terrified. But in every room, there's also like every room with a scare actor has a park employee who's there. So Chance seemed to have turned a corner, saw a park employee, and screamed. Now he claims, and for the purposes of this stream, I have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he said he was joking around. Chance, I am giving you the benefit of the doubt in public and saying that is your intention there. But as the person who was standing right behind you, and at certain points you actually gripped into the person's shirt in front of you, you sold it. You sold it very well. You sold it so well, it was very confusing for me.
I gotta admit, I don't know if I believe you.
I didn't believe you at first, but I am taking you at your word because you sold it so well. I could do Halloween Horror Nights tomorrow. I got it. It's gotta be like a yearly event for me. Thank you, Mike. You just got me hooked on drugs.
I think I've only ever gone through one. Yeah, I think it might have been the Walking Dead event or something they had in Hollywood.
Yeah, because they kept that open year round for a little bit.
Yeah, that might have been it then. Do either of you guys watch the Wanger show? AJ, you're a patron.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear the story that Eric Striffler told about him going through the Horror Nights maze? One of them, I don't know which one it was.
I believe so. Okay.
He tells it much more animated than I'm about to, but basically he was going through by himself And typically like the scarers like to wait until the first person passes so they can scare the group as a whole, everyone behind. So he would walk through and then he would see them crouched and ready to pounce, and then no one was behind him. So they'd be like, oh, right.
So here's the thing.
He goes, so I started making noises because I knew they were going to be, strategically placed. So I started making my own noises out loud to give them a cue to when to scare people walking through the corner, because it was just me alone.
So here's how good at this that they are. Here's how good they are. Is like
scared.
Like when I'd have Chance or Juice in front of me, or Chance or Juice behind me, it didn't matter that I was the first person on our line or I was behind them. They would know to scare Chance or Juice to get the reaction.
The two that actually were reacting to everything.
They would know. Like Juice was having a rough night upstairs for the first couple houses, and I was like, dude, I'll go in front. And then they kept on skipping me and hitting Juice. Like, they are good. These guys are very, very good.
Radiohead, get the guy in the black hat or the one dreaming about a side table.
Get the he's got a mask of his face over his face.
And sunglasses. Always sunglasses.
The side table has not yet happened yet, but oh god, that is. I will take that story with you.
He was dreaming about it. He knew one day it would happen.
You
guys tell the story was fantastic. I wish I would have been there.
Here's the thing that I've been doing for the past 6 weeks or so is every single Honest Trailers that comes out, I put in the comment section, can you please say, sir, that is a side table? And if you guys just like that, every week, if you watch Honest Trailers, please just like that, because I need it.
Scroll through the comments right now.
Another quick bathroom break.
We'll probably run into Lon next week. We'll see if we can nudge him. Hey, there's going to be a comment in there that says, "Sir, that's."
Lon knows me. I've spoken to Lon.
Please,
just tell him. Just tell him. And if you see Hal Rudnick, I spent 2 hours with Hal Rudnick one time as weird.
Okay.
I was like, did I cut out?
So I saw his mic go on mute, and then he just lost. I don't know if he lost his internet or what, but that was pretty abrupt. I mean, he's known for the Irish goodbye, I think, but wow, that was real abrupt. I was mid sentence.
There are so many comments.
It's ridiculous.
It's just 3,000 comments, at least on the latest one.
So go ahead and find AJ's.
I know, right? Can I search?
Yeah, there should be a search function. Can I search for this word in the comments? I'm going to see if I can get them to say Jeff is a jabroni before he gets to the Jeff is a jabroni.
Where is AJ? It shows that there's a letter. Go.
Nice.
Nope, that didn't work.
Well, it was funny. There was one day that randomly, I think it's on the Black Widow one, somebody put up a thing about macaroni and cheese flavored ice cream. So I just commented, I was reading the article as I was watching. I was like, can you please say I only eat Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream? And they said it on the next one. I was like, wait, I'm on Honest Trailer. Sweet.
That's awesome. Holy crap. They have so many. I didn't realize they had over 6.7 million
subscribers.
People. That's nuts. I haven't been on Screen Junkies in forever.
I haven't watched their main. I watch Honest Trailers almost every single week, unless it's something I haven't seen yet, so I don't want to spoil it. Mm-hmm. But the main show, I used to watch that show religiously when they were all in the studio together, because it was really well done. And I kind of lost track, 100% last year. Just almost anything that was, a news show that was done, digitally, I kind of lost.
Yeah, most people did. If the like what made the show for you like fell apart because of the pandemic, because of the digital age or whatever. It's hard to, stick with something.
Exactly.
You just get tired of swiping the notifications away. Like, I'm not going to watch today.
Mm-hmm.
Which show?
It was a daily occurrence, and then it's like, oh, this is just not the same thing.
Screen Junkies, but kind of like any show, it's hard if they can't keep the same momentum or the same type of vibe, to the show that makes it the show it was prior.
I love all of their people who used to be like fill-in people who are now regulars, like Eric Goldberg and Kim Taylor Foster, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I love Spenny G. I love Lon Harris. I love Danielle Radford.
Danielle's the best.
She's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Riley Silverman. So many people are still working at Screen Junkies that are amazing, but there was that magic of that core four of Dan Roth, Joe, and Spenny G. That was way better than anybody else who had been part of like a core group before that.
And then, you get used to something like that, and then, this just happens out of nowhere.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I have seen. I remembered him from SNL, and I've seen him pop up in like TikToks and like just GIFs all over the internet, just blown up over like the last 2 months. And I've never seen any of these shows that all this content is coming from.
So good.
So it's one show.
Okay.
It's called "I Think You Should Leave." Now the thing with "I Think You Should,"
okay, I've heard of it. Yeah.
So the thing with it is, I did not laugh the entire time I watched like the first 3 episodes. I've only watched 3 episodes. When people post things and it relates back, like, I don't know what to tell you, bud. We're just shooting funerals and showing you ones where the bodies fall out. So I didn't laugh when I saw that. I laughed when somebody posted that exact GIF, and it was in reference to the January 6th people being on camera and then being prosecuted. That's how this show is funny, is the meta of what other people do with these lame ass jokes. That's what I love.
These jokes, though, they get funnier over time, though. Like, some of these jokes, you watch it the first time, it's like, what am I watching? And then you watch it a second time, and you realize what's actually going on, and you just start chuckling. And then you watch it the third time, and you're like belly laughing. So that's what makes the show brilliant to me.
It's kind of a smarter Napoleon Dynamite in that way, I think. In that, like, the first time I watched Napoleon Dynamite, I didn't laugh, but then I watched it with people, and then we laughed together.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely something to be said about that community comedy type movie or whatever. You get together and it makes you laugh because you're awkward, and then you laugh at the potential of the joke before the joke even happens. Like, you can't even, you ever done that? You've been sitting around bullshitting and you're trying to tell a joke, but you're laughing at the thought of you telling a joke and what you're imagining their reactions are about to be, and then you just it never even gets out of your mouth, and then they start laughing at you just being ridiculous and laughing at yourself, and everyone laughs, everyone has fun.
For years, MacGruber was a movie that I showed people.
MacGruber's the first time you watch MacGruber is like, you kind of just watch it and like, what the hell am I watching? And then every time you watch it after that, it gets funnier and funnier.
If you look up the box office mojo for it right now, I can guarantee you this. I saw it twice in theaters. I account for a whole number percentage of its box office gross. It was terrible.
So at opening Friday night with a buddy of mine, there were 2 other people in the theater, and this was like an 8:00 show opening Friday night. There was 4 people in the theater.
It was this horrible flop.
Google says 9.3 million.
Opening weekend or total?
Total.
Total,
That's
total box office domestic gross.
Mm-hmm.
And it is one of the funniest comedies of all time. But like for most of my life, it's like, have you seen MacGruber? Oh my god, let's sit down and watch this.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
I have not watched it. Yeah.
Holy shit!
I've seen the skits on like SNL,
right?
And I think I've getting the guy get the gist of the movie, but I haven't sat down and watched it.
You don't get the gist of the movie.
I haven't seen any. Well, no, I did see a little bit, but I haven't seen Popstar either. I've never sat and watched Popstar.
That's a good watch.
That's another one people swear by.
So MacGruber, you're gonna see this movie, and like it's not just one. There's one big scene, but there's another two that you're gonna watch this movie and think, motherfucker, Deadpool 2 ripped off MacGruber.
It did. It did.
In many ways.
Is all the people dying?
That's one of them. But I would love Will Forte in a Deadpool movie, or Ryan Reynolds in a MacGruber, because MacGruber comes out in December.
That's right. It's coming up to Peacock, right?
Yeah,
like 2 or 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Sam fucking Elliott is in MacGruber.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Did you see the video of Sudeikis and Will Forte singing "Shallow"?
We aired it last week on the show. That's where that's probably where you saw it.
Yeah, maybe you guys. Yeah, I was wondering where did I see that from? I can't remember.
I cried, Sean. I cried.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So beautiful.
Just Forte, when he just like touches his face, he puts the glasses on and just touches his face, and then like there are a few videos on the internet that I'm like, that is perfection. That video was perfection.
And just to think, those two they play off of each other so well comedically, and haven't done that much outside of SNL professionally together.
Together, yeah, as a group.
Together, yeah.
Like I want some more of them together. I would love a MacGruber Ted Lasso crossover.
Play brothers and something.
Well, Forte has a pretty ridiculous skit on I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson, actually. It's in season 1. It's absolutely bonkers what he does in this skit.
I wouldn't... Dude, the celery trick? Yeah, I think he goes there. You don't know the celery trick, Sean. Why did you laugh
have no idea. I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at your guys' reaction.
Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate it.
Sometimes you don't need to know. You just need to react to other people.
Oh, you need to know the celery trick.
There's a lot I haven't seen when it comes to that, for sure.
I'll show you the celery trick someday.
Oh God, no, please, no.
Do I need to Google what is the celery trick?
No. You just wait until you and I have the same live event.
Oh God.
Let's do it.
You know, it would be the best if we can get AJ out there and he does the celery trick when Roka comes out.
And Roka comes out?
When Roka comes out, you just go on stage doing the celery trick.
Motherfucker, I will buy a plane ticket.
Give me the platform.
Oh. Okay, Sean, now that you've heard this, go ahead and spoil yourself. Look up the celery trick from MacGruber. We're going to watch you react. We're going to react to you.
Okay. Is there a celery stick sticking out of someone's ass? Is that what I'm about to Google?
Pretty much.
No, you have to see it.
The old celery trick, MacGruber. All right.
So it's a diversionary tactic, right? Now, you want to put the thin. You think you want to put the thin part in, but that's going to fall out. it's counterintuitive. You got to put the thick part in, so it sticks, and that's what really makes it the trick.
Hold on, 15-minute Ghostbusters ad before this.
By the way, Mike, did you see the Ghostbusters trailer before the Ghostbusters movie? Did they play the Afterlife trailer before Ghostbusters Afterlife? Because it's everywhere else.
No, I felt like that was Eternals. Eternals played before everything.
I saw more Ghostbusters Afterlife trailers than I saw Shen Yun posters in the past month.
The other one is freaking Sing. Sing 2. I have seen that trailer, I think, on every movie I've seen since July.
I've only seen it once.
It's on everything at AMC.
Have you seen the first Sing? Are you hating on the Sing 2 trailer?
Sing is fun.
I like it. My kids love the movie, so I've seen it like a bunch of times.
It's warm. It's harmless, and it's fun, and it's warm. It's harmless. That's all you need. I think Sing 2 looks like it's gonna be like a Paddington to Paddington 2 jump.
Okay.
I think we get that from Sing to Sing 2.
But well, speaking of flicks, I know, Sean, you do have a stream coming up very, very shortly that you and Jesse are going to be doing.
I do. What time is it? 20 minutes. 20 minutes from now.
20 minutes.
I'm watching the clip. They haven't got to it yet.
The celery trick? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we should close out with us reacting to the actual clip of the celery trick.
Oh God. Yeah, go for it.
If you can find the actual clip. I don't know if this is.
I thought you were pulling it up.
No, I don't know if this is even the right one. I've never seen the movie.
Okay. Does
copyright strike of the week?
Actually here. Oh.
This is definitely not.
It's not MacGruber?
No, it's MacGruber. He's talking to a dude in uniform. He's dressed like a monk. But it's a 2-minute long clip that doesn't have anything to do with celery. It's just him talking.
Okay. Well, looks like we ruined it. Oops. But we have 4 people in the live chat right now. We should all pivot to Flick and Reel in about 20 minutes. I want to
Legend.
I want to take a quick second to thank Haskell again for his $100 donation to our stream tonight. And we still have one more stream this month, this calendar month at least. Yes. Monday.
I found the right one.
Okay. That's definitely the MacGruber one. I'll just look at your face.
So are you seeing the one with him, or are you seeing him with his co-star?
Him and Ryan Phillippe.
Okay.
Dressed as him.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
the Ryan Phillippe dressed as him is.
Yeah, that was funny.
So
distraction.
It's so good.
It's so ridiculous. It's so perfect too.
Well, it's like such a great action movie parody if you're a fan of like 90s into 2000s action, even 80s. Like, it's really brilliantly done. It's a great parody. But yeah, so what the show programming? I don't know what we have going on next week on Wednesday.
That is TBD. I think I should be available for that. I don't know about. I can't speak for Bethany and Justin because obviously we travel on Thursday afternoon. So I think Wednesday I should be good.
Okay.
Jeff and I will crash the stream from our house, our action house number 2.
Nice.
You better have watermelon smash.
I'll leave that up to Jeff.
Monday.
One of us will pick it up.
Monday at 8 ET 7 Central. I'm going to be co-hosting a full spoiler talk on the first season of Cowboy Bebop with the mighty Alex White. Alex White, I don't think anybody in the sphere knows because I met him working in Jimmy John's in 2011. We smoked hella weed, and this guy knows Cowboy Bebop. That's why we're doing this.
You gotta find the experts and bring them in.
Yes. And then so we have that going on, and then next Wednesday TBD, and some crazy awesome stuff going on. I'm finally on a stream with Sean Wingblade on What the Show, and that's what we're celebrating. Sean, you're one of my favorite people. Salute, brother.
I appreciate you, bud. You too. You as well. Cheers. Dink.
So for Sean Wingblade, for Mike Deacon, I am AJ Lancaster. This has been What the Show. Be thankful, y'all. We're thankful for you.